So we are back in Cities Skylines 2 and we're back in our new town. We started in the last episode with this bustling commercial street with some boats and tiny rivers. We have some nice Pittsburgh houses and it's still small but it's cozy and it is already bustling. We have a lot of people living here and we want to grow. I mean, we don't want to grow like the other town. You can see in the background we have Douglas. And Douglas is pretty big with them pretty high rises. No, that's not the style of this new town, which still needs a name. Name reveal is in the next episode. We are here in this town. And I think we're gonna continue with our expansion plans. And I think we want to integrate this town into our railway network of the region of Chaos Hills. So I think we can add a pretty nice train station. We have to make sure the street is level because it's an incline on the main street. So I added another one-way street, leveled it out with Move It, and we want to have a straight connection to it. And this French train station I think is a pretty good shot for this area. You will see it more detailed later in the video. And then we can connect two tracks, and the first track I want to bring towards Douglas, so we have a commuter train from Douglas to our new town. And the second track will go to the outside, so we can immediately go in and create two new train lines. And by the way, if you like what you see, leave a like, leave a subscription. I do Cities Skylines 2 Let's Plays, tutorials, some challenges as well. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing. That is pretty awesome. Alright, let's connect all our train stations. Use the orange color for the train stations going to the neighboring towns. And we have the red lines through our region for public trains. We can add a bus line for later local bus connection. We won't do this today, but we can future-proof this area, and we of course want to detail it up with some flowers and some bushes, and we will come back to this area and detail it up a little further. You know, I first go in and build, and later on I go in and detail. And look at this, the first train arrives, the first passengers already using the train. This is good to see. We check back later. Okay, I want to add some services, so I think we can go in and add a little landfill or recycling plan right here, and I added it a little further outside. You can see I added here where the new road meets the country road, and we also need a new train depot because we don't have enough vehicles available for a new train line. So let's quickly build this old small train depot. I think it's a good fit. We can detail up in future episodes. Next thing is a mail or post office, I think. And I found this nice graveyard, which includes a white church, and I think it's a pretty good shot for this area. See, this is looking cool. And then we have all the service we need. I think we have police station, we have fire, we have the clinic, we have the graveyard right here. We have a school, we even have a mail office, and right outside the city we have this recycling facility. So I think service-wise, we are fine, so we can continue building. And I think we continue building with some amenities like parks, and then we continue our Pittsburgh-style homes for now. We just continue this style because I think it looks pretty cool. And later on, we will detail up those two parks, just make them fit to our town vibe, I think. For now, let's place a bunch of those guys right here. And I saw this cool Dollar Tree on PDX mods, which is a good shot for this area right here on the main road, on one of the main roads, and we can add a in-game brand fast food joint next to it. And then I want to just add some more of those Pittsburgh houses and add some of Rizzo's big rocks on the edge of it, so we have a nice cliff edge on the river. I think is a cool idea. I will recolor the rocks so they match the other rocks which we have going on right here on the right side of the street. Since we are now a little further away from the main road, from the town center for now, we can maybe get away with some low residential houses. I used the southwest houses. I will recolor those later and swap out some trees and some surfaces so they are fitting a little better to the rest of the area, the rest of the vibe. But all in all, I think they are pretty cool. We can go in and add maybe a nice mansion on this corner, and I think it looks pretty good. We have some apartment buildings I want to use. I used this early in the city or in the other city of Douglas. So we can have some lower rent apartments as well. So we have some space for everyone, I think. Let's add a custom parking lot to it. And we can even add another version of this apartment complex behind the graveyard, I think. So for now, let's connect everything up and then let's see what we can do in terms of the other apartment buildings. In terms of details, we also want to go in and detail up this graveyard right here. But this won't be that hard. We can surround it with a wall and add a bunch of surfaces and trees. Okay, while I detail up those low residential houses, I can tell you I have a Discord server where you can join me, of course. We can meet and share some screenshots and talk about Cities Skylines and other stuff. If you want to join me there, would be cool. And if you want to support me, you can become a YouTube channel member for only 99 cents. You get the safe game, you get some special emotes and perks, you get a special role in Discord. So check it out if you want. If you want to support me, this is the best way. Thanks so much, guys. And now let's finish off those detailing stuff right here on the edge of our new town. And talking about detailing, I now want to go in and detail up those two parks. I added a nice little pier as a little addition to this park, and I again swap out these surfaces, get rid of the trees which come with the park and add my own trees. And this can be still a little nature area right here next to the river. Maybe we can develop it up later down the line, but for now I think this is fine. So this is not too hard to detail up those parks, but it makes a huge difference, I think. And when we will finish this park, we can go to the other park. It's the, I think it's the plaza, it's the small plaza, I don't know. Anyway, however it's called, we can detail it up on the other side of this tiny river as well. Alright, our expansion of the town's come together pretty good, I think. Lots of people already moving in. And the last thing I want to detail up, or the last area I want to work with, is this area here on our main road. And I thought it is time for a little gas station, or not a little gas station, the big gas station. So we can imagine we also have some truckers coming here and come in for a little break. So we have a lot of space for cars and trucks. And since it's not far away from the country road, it makes sense. We have a lot of business who want to get served by some truck deliveries. So hopefully we will see some cars showing up here sooner than later on this parking lot. And we have the fire station right to it. And I think this fire station can receive some love as well in terms of detailing, of course. So let's add a wall around it, and then we can add a little exercise tower right here. This is the fire watch tower. We can pretend it's an exercise tower, and let's add some fire trucks in the back. And then we go in again with a bunch of decals and make it a little imperfect, as we always do. And this makes just such a difference, I think, to everything. So let's do this. The last thing I did was expanding the post office by warehouse and added another industrial warehouse next to the post warehouse. So let's fill in the last bits and pieces, the last bits of detail, I think, and then we are done for today. We have a little expansion in our town, and look at this, the trains are getting good usage. This is nice to see. I also added some detail in between the roads, and yeah, next time we will come back here and we will hopefully see a lot of people using the new parking lots at the gas station. We will see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and leave your ideas how we can develop up this new area or this new town and how we can call it, of course. So thanks for watching. I'm Case Fun. Have a good one. Bye bye.